time, production, cost. Three very important elements in the warehouse industry. Each of these elements have one thing in common. Numbers. These numbers must be balanced by our supervisors. They must speak the language of numbers in order to keep the warehouse healthy. We must ask ourselves, how can we improve these numbers? The current operating system Ferguson uses is StayLinked, an alphanumeric program. While StayLinked is excellent in handling heavy data transferring, StayLinked lacks a user interface, the ability to visually operate and use the tools needed to help the warehouse worker. Gloves, knives, pens, shoes, forklifts, etc. are tools Ferguson associates must use to operate throughout the day. Much like a doctor, the better tools they have, the better they can perform in operation. The order pickers currently use a vocoding headset and scanning tool called Talkman. While this user interface is primarily focused on the receiving aspect, a user interface will be beneficial to order pickers as well. When an order picker begins their order, on their headset they will be prompted with the following lines.
1 order. 12 picks. 385 weight. 12,245 volume.
The last thing she says is the volume of the order. She does not mention that the volume number is either cubic centimeters, inches, or feet. Volume is esoteric to many of us. What does this number mean? On the right is a visual representation of the volume the operator will pick. Selecting the map is a visual overview of your warehouse. Each yellow dot is a location the order picker will travel to. Supervisors should focus on keeping the dots dense. The closer the dots are together, the less travel time.
X120403A.
When the order picker begins, they are notified of the first location to travel. Like electricity, the program will display the path of least resistance. Notice here in the bottom left is a picture of the product you will pick. Should the order picker need to flag the location, they can enter the choice given or give another explanation below. For example, let's flag this as a full skid and needs to have a reach truck pull the pallet out. It gives you confirmation of the location being successfully flagged and continues to the next pick.
X070223B.
Once again, the map gives you the fastest route to the location. On the outer edge of the interface are tools that the operator can use on demand. Some of these tools are available with StayLinked, but they are not easy to access. The map icon will always be there to assist you. Once again, the yellow dots indicate the locations the operator will go throughout the order. The calculator is an essential tool an operator uses throughout the day. The home icon lets you return to the main page. The operator can log in to job track, order picking, or receiving on the screen. StayLinked is terminal, program or console and can be emulated onto multiple platforms such as Windows, Android or even a web browser. The operator will always have the option to use StayLinked at will. Should there be a problem with the user interface program, the operator can revert back to the console here. The log icon is an important tool for receivers. Should the operator ever have to see previous locations, they can view the transactions on demand here. The information page is a great resource page, especially for new associates. Here is a description of each icon on the user interface. Base. Best Associate Safe Exit. This picture displays where the employees would gather in the event of a fire or other safety concern. The size chart is especially helpful for those that work in surplus. When orders are returned, often there are pipe fittings that do not have a barcode. The warehouse clerk can easily define the part with this chart on hand. This page defines volume. It is a good reminder that a full pallet is approximately 121,000 cubic inches. If a receiver needs to change printer during operation, this cannot be done on demand with StayLinked. Having a tool like this would be helpful. The reporting page lets the operator report accidents or incidents. The operator can submit the accident location here. Once the accident is submitted, all managers and safety committee members will receive a prompt on their screen like this one. Reporting a code would be crucial in emergency events. For example, if an operator witnesses Bill getting struck by a forklift, he can immediately call a code blue. Just enter the location and submit. Managers, supervisors and safety committee members are trained to respond to code blue immediately. They will receive this prompt upon operator submission. Code brown. Unfortunately, in the United States, active shooters is becoming more and more common. Should an associate hear gunfire, they can quickly report an active shooter. This prompt will appear on all associates' screen. The messaging will have the option to text, leave voice message, or use the system like a walkie-talkie. You can speak peer-to-peer or in groups, similar to Microsoft Teams.
Hey Steve, what's your location?
I'm at V16.
This demonstration is primarily for the use of the receiving clerk. It would be unpractical for receivers to use the Talkman headset since the put-away process is random. Having access to container number and ASIN at all times would be beneficial to the clerk. Should an associate need assistance on their container, he or she could have another associate help by having them scan this container barcode. After the clerk has entered the ASN, the order will appear on screen like this. The operator can view product images by clicking here. Alt codes, item description, quantity etc. is displayed. Operators can also sort the order by zone. When the operator scans to put the product away, the product image appears here, along with a suggested location. If you need to flag the location, you can do so. If you would like to know the shortest route to the location, simply click the map. For a receiver, entering and exiting orders is tedious. StayLink does not provide an efficient way to access commonly used tools such as item or location inquiries. A receiver has to back out of their order or log in to the nearest desktop, perform a search. Searching for an item or location should be on demand like this. Not only does it give you multiple locations the product isn't, but also a photo of the product below. Transaction counter. Not only would this be helpful but motivational. Downtime for order pickers is done on demand through the headset. For receivers, they must back out of their order. When they return to work, they must re-enter the order again, often having to find the nearest desktop and look up the container number. If the developers of the Talkman found a way to go into downtime on demand for order pickers, then there should be no reason why they cannot use the same method and turn it into a virtual button such as this one. Going in and out of downtime should be as simple as this. At the end of the day, all Ferguson associates speak the same language. After all, the number we are looking forward to is the one on our paycheck. As far as a warehouse associate, having the tools to efficiently operate is the language we speak.